right up, I just want to say I am not a doctor. I don't play one on television. I am a 50licious, I'm over 50 YouTuber who talks about her journey with her hair, period. So this is not medical advice or anything like that. Please, please, please consult your own doctor and see what works best for you. If some things that I share work for you, to God be the glory. I am over 50. As a matter of fact, when I'm taping this, I'm 56 years old. I'm in good health. I have no major underlying conditions. I'm an African American woman with 4C type hair. I don't use any chemical relaxers or anything like that on my hair. I do semi-permanent hair color. So that's kind of my stats. That's kind of where I'm coming from. So if what I share works for you, that's awesome. If not, consult your doctor either way. So let's get started. Start taking supplements. If you're not already taking a good multivitamin, I do for women over 50, definitely choose something for women over 50. Our needs are vastly different than a 20-year-old vitamin. Over 50, over 40, start taking something specific to our age group. The same for men. And then collagen, biotin, MSM, natural DHT blockers. I'm going to give you just a few things that I know work well. I like biotin liquid. It is very pricey. I have a whole video on it. I will put my playlist, my hair journey playlist, in the description, so you can check that out. But liquid collagen absolutely has helped me. I've only been taking it now, I think it's going on into 60 days now. I definitely, not just my hair, I've been seeing a difference in my skin as well. So I like collagens 1 and 3. There's a lot of research on collagen. Do some research, and see what works best for you, if you even need it, if you even have any of the symptoms of a collagen deficiency. They say that as you age, collagen production decreases, and there's also other factors that can make it decrease. So I added that. That helped me. I do natural DHT blockers. The only one I can think of right now that I do is pumpkin seeds. Shen Min, SHENMIN, I'll just put it on the screen. They make a hair vitamin that has a natural DHT blocker in it. I used to take it quite a bit. I cannot even find it in the store that I would normally go to. It's always sold out. That should tell you something. But Amazon is our best friend. Use Amazon. See if it's on Amazon, or just online. Doesn't have to be Amazon. So I take orally, I take an MSM powder, I mix it in a drink, a very tiny amount. I've been told by some of my 50licious fam that when you take MSM, you take it for maybe like a month, then you lay off, then you start taking it again. You lay off for about a month, then you start taking it again. It needs time to get into your body, then you need to leave it alone for a little bit, then go back to it. Great tip, I've tried that, yes. I take about 10,000 IUs of biotin. So I'm doing basically a little cocktail. I take about 4 to 5 vitamins every day. I had a vitamin D deficiency, which can also lead to hair loss. Everybody doesn't. I was tested. I also say get some blood work done so you can see exactly what's going on in your body. I do vitamin D, biotin, I do MSM as needed, or depending on what cycle I'm in, collagen, multi. And generally, I'm doing some type of fish oil too, and that's for my brain. That's not necessarily for my hair. But those are the things that I would say you should start doing immediately, no matter what type of hair loss you had. That's what's been working for me, is immediately add those things in, and then I'm eating healthy as well, and I'm drinking water. So what are you putting in your mouth? That would be the next tip, is to see what supplements will work for you, and also, of course, healthy diet. Got to throw in the exercise. Don't nobody want to exercise. We're still in COVID, whatever. I started going back to the gym. For me, I'm fully vaccinated. I'm back in the gym early in the morning when there's nobody there and working out. All of that helps to increase the blood flow to your beautiful crown. Hey, if you're new to my channel, what you waiting on? Subscribe, baby. Subscribe. Like, comment. Even if your comment is a little offbeat like some of y'all are sometimes, but that's okay. I love reading your comments. I love responding. So, share my channel. Not that truck passing by. Like, comment, and share. I appreciate you. Next, what are you doing to your hair? What styling techniques are you using? Are you braiding tight? Are you wearing a weave? Are you putting a front lace? What is that called? Lace front? See how old I am? I said front lace. Lace front with that glue. What are you doing to your hair? For my hair, 4C hair, I choose to not ever style my hair dry. Not that I have a lot of it, but if I'm manipulating it, trying to make my coils kind of get defined, I'm doing stuff to it, I'm always spritzing it first. I'm always wetting it first. I use an aloe vera and water mixture. And I'm spritzing it because I do not want to manipulate or style my hair while it's dry. It's already fragile. It's already thin. Excuse me. It's already fragile. It's already thin. Why would I style it when it's dry and it's kinky and it's coily and it's already dry? Just pop. It's gonna pop right on out. You may not have that trouble because your hair may be of a completely different texture, so you can brush and comb your hair when it's fully dry, and that's not an issue. For my type, that's an issue. I stop that immediately. I want to keep the hair that I have on my head, not manually taking any out. Hormones is already doing that for me. So then heat. I remember my doctor told me when all of this was going on back and forth for a couple of years until I found what worked for me. He said, if I were you, I would never use a chemical relaxer on your hair and not use any strong heat. And when I say heat, I'm talking about flat ironing, high heat with a pressing comb, hot blow dryer, anything high heat. No. He said, I should never use that again. So that's sometimes typically how we would style our hair. And then of course, tight braids, anything that's gonna pull on your hair greatly, tight weaves. And so how are you styling your hair? What are you doing to manipulate your hair? Take stock of that immediately and stop any and everything putting any stress on those tresses. You want your hair to just have every opportunity to come back, to defy nature. Fight for your hair and let it rest and relax and do what it can in the optimum environment. And last but certainly not least, my tip would be to pull out the big guns. And some people, it's controversial. They don't want to pull out the big guns. I've already said go to a doctor, so they may recommend these things to you already. But for me, the big guns were topical use of minoxidil and using a laser cap. Desperate times call for measures that are not so natural and, feel good and, just all those things. I have lots of videos on the laser cap and my use of minoxidil from 2 years to 4 years. So I've been using minoxidil for quite a while. I don't use it every day, but it worked for me. I'm just gonna say that. People's like, oh my God, it's not good, it's not healthy, you're putting this. And it is some type of manufactured, man-made chemical, as you will have it. But that is the lesser of the evils for me. I used it and I got results. I used it religiously for a certain time period. I don't use it every day anymore, but I still use it. In the laser cap, now I used to use it just a few times a week. Now, because I'm trying a new topical hair growth therapy, which I will share later, I'm hoping I'm getting good results, but I use it with a laser cap. So those two things, and I even though the laser cap that I've had for years, I have had some recommendations and some referrals of some laser caps, but I can't actually show you the one or give you a link to the exact one that I got. I got it from my doctor's office. So, but I will show you some that I think have gotten great reviews, just so it's highly rated. And that's with anything. If you're going to buy something, especially off the internet, and it doesn't come from your doctor's office, just look at other users. Real consumers will tell you. The best price that I've seen from one that I felt like was reputable was about $7.99, and I'm talking about $799. But if you go into an office, a laser cap treatment, every treatment could be $100 and something. But I say all that to say, minoxidil and laser caps did work for me. TV Blake. It may not work for you. You may not want to spend the money. The other natural things may be the best thing for you to do. However, I'm putting my stamp on those two things. I'm looking in the mirror and I'm happy with what I see. I'm grateful that I do not have huge bald spots anymore. So I'm good. And it's good to be grateful sometimes. Even when I was wearing scarves and had all those bald spots, I still was like grateful that, you know, I was able to put on a scarf, beat my face, feel cute anyway, anyhow, defy the devil, tell nature, you ain't gonna bring me down, even though I was down sometimes. But for the most part, I just kept a great attitude and kept declaring that my hair was coming back, and that worked for me.